Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Monday, happy Memorial Day here on this Monday, May the 30th, 2022. Appreciate you all tuning in. Again, let me wish you all a very happy Memorial Day. I see Panic Ritter, Andrew the Textbook, Brendan M. What's going on? Appreciate you all tuning in. Also in the Big Cock Club Discord. Head over to the TDC Questions channel. The TDC Questions channel, to be sure that your questions are answered there. You know, most shows, most people would take today off. Most folks wouldn't go live today. But yours truly, we're here. We're rocking. God, and I'm already in pain. We've literally got the selection show on the TV for college baseball, and the first dog pile, the first highlight they show is South Carolina dogpiling in 2011. So that's where we're starting the show, guys. Again, we're taking your questions, your comments, your calls here on the Daily Crow, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Again, some lesser shows may not chat with you all here on this Memorial Day, but we are here. We are here. We're getting after it. We're rocking. We're rolling. I see those on YouTube. Are we good on Facebook? Are we good on Facebook? I want to make sure we're good on Facebook. I'm going to check real quick. There we go. Yep, there we go. Good, good. Travi, what's going on? Appreciate you all tuning in. Like I said, very excited to chat with you all here on this Monday. Let's see. Let's see. Again, guys, I want to hear from you. The big news over the weekend, of course, and we went live on the Twitter Spaces on Friday night, but I want to hear from you. Mark Kingston will be back as Gamecocks head baseball coach. Mark Kingston is back as the head coach of the Yardcocks. I've ran a poll this morning. What must he do next season to return in 2024? What must he do? 388 votes are in. This poll hadn't even been live an hour yet. 40% of you saying the super regionals, again, this is just 388 votes. 40%, the minimum expectations, what he must do to return. 40% say the super regionals. 35% say the regionals. 15% say the College World Series. And 9% say win the national championship. So, again, guys, we have got the selection show here on the tube. I posted this GIF, and what it really feels like today is like you're in timeout from recess, right? And you're watching all the kids play on the playground, and you're sitting inside and like looking. That's what it feels like right now having this on. From the SECU perspective, the SEC unfiltered side of things, I'm very excited because 4 SEC teams are hosting. You've got Tennessee, Auburn, Texas A&M, and Florida are all hosting regionals, and there will be many, many, many more other SEC teams that will be going on the road this postseason. So going to be a lot of fun. Thankfully, yours truly has a reason to watch the baseball, but either way, of course, the big news that we're going to talk about today, we can discuss as in-depth as you guys want. Mark Kingston returning as head baseball coach. Also, guys, a quick reminder, the podcast did drop this morning, episode 655, a full breakdown and my full thoughts on Mark Kingston's return. Also, the 2022 postseason awards show, the Yardcocks. Yes, while it was a very, very tough season, there were some great individual performers. So very excited to highlight those. Let's see. It's funny. You guys probably saw this. On social media. I had some fun, or we had some fun last weekend. Josiah Seitler's mother blocked me on social media, believe it or not. And because of, I don't know, just some back and forth. And everybody's upset when you go under 500, obviously. But I actually named her son the Coonskin Cap Award winner, and I wanted to make sure somebody got the message to her that we are not all bad. We had a lot of fun watching Josiah this season, so I wanted to make sure she knew. She actually just DM'd me on Facebook. So all love. All love for sure. It is all love, folks. Panic Ritter says, I hope Kingston feels bad. Well, I think everybody feels bad when you go under 500, Ritter. I think everybody feels bad when you go below 500. I don't know that anybody's going to be feeling good right now. Scavenger just says, boo. I hear you. Travi, yes, Auburn is hosting. How about Virginia Tech being one of the 4 national seeds? And Kevin Madden has got to be kicking himself right now for transferring to South Carolina. I mean, if you're Kevin Madden, my goodness. My goodness. Guys, also just a quick update on content. And I talked a little bit about this. On the podcast. You know, I've talked a lot about what how about Texas A&M number 5 overall seed in the selection. But I talked a lot about the content going into June. We are going to be as normal this week for the Daily Crow. We're going to be as normal Friday. We're going to do some Road to Glory Fridays, as Brendan likes to highlight. We're going to do some Road to Glory. After this week, you know, I'm not going to say for certain because I've been known to change my mind a time or two. But we'll get into more in just a second.
Phil Harris.
Let's see. Phil, what's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you asking. What's going on?
I just wanted to let everybody know that on the Rugby Network right now, Air Force is playing Virginia Tech for a spot in the finals of the Shield Trophy. The next game up is Carolina versus Clemson. The winner of that game plays either Air Force or Virginia Tech for the Shield at the Collegiate Rugby Championship. So if you want to watch the game that's coming on in about 7 minutes from now, download the Rugby Network on your smart TV or your smartphone. Just search for the Rugby Network. It'll be a green icon. Download that, sign up for it. It is free, absolutely free. And you'll be able to turn on the Collegiate Rugby Championship. They're calling it Made Madness 7. Click on that. It is live right now in New Orleans. And the next game up is Carolina versus Clemson for a chance to win a trophy at the national championship.
Love it. Love it. Phil, thank you sincerely for keeping us updated because I would have no idea if you didn't. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no problem. Just want to let everybody know that Carolina's playing Clemson for the opportunity to win a trophy in about 7 minutes. So go ahead and download that and enjoy.
Phil, appreciate it, my man.
Go Cox.
Go Cox. Great stuff. Yeah, I'll have to download that on my how about Campbell going to the Knoxville Regional, though? That'd be fun. Campbell can hit some bombs, dude. Campbell can hit some freaking bombs. Ooh, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech going to Knoxville. Anyways, yes, Phil, thank you. I will have to, let's see if I can do that right now, actually. Download the Rugby Network. Anyways, guys, getting back to the content schedule. We're going to operate as normal this week. I mean, I'm very excited to announce the podcast is going nowhere. You know, I really thought in the month of June we might take a few weeks off from everything, the Daily Crow, the podcast. We are going to continue as normal with the podcast. Monday, Wednesday, Friday for TSUS, Tuesday, Thursday for SEC Unfiltered. And I'm really excited because today was the last baseball show we'll do, right? Today was the last any sort of baseball content we will make. Beginning on Wednesday, we're really diving into the off-season content, quote-unquote off-season, but this really is like off-season content. We will start, you might recall I did this last year just on social media, but I'm going to make this part of the podcast this year. Where starting on Wednesday, we're going to talk top 5. So it's going to be basically our top 5 series is what you can call it. All the way from June the 1st until June the 30th, the entire month of June. Everything from top 5 games to rewatch, top 5 home and away uniform combinations, top 5 all-time quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, defensive linemen, linebackers, every position you can think of, top 5 all-time coaches. So it's going to be our top 5 series over the course of June. And what's going to be fun about it is these are conversations. These are conversations that you don't really get to have, like, in season, especially, right? We don't get to have these convos in season. We don't spend time talking about what are the top 5 uniform combos you can wear. You know what I mean? We don't spend a lot of time talking about that. So to spend the month of June, because June is just, unfortunately, with no baseball, it's so slow. It's so slow. It's so slow. So yeah. So that's what we'll do in the month of June. But after this week, the podcast again is normal. I think we are probably going to take a 2 to 3 week hiatus from the Daily Crow. And again, I say that it's subject to change because I'm someone, we'll go 3 or 4 days without doing it. I'll be like, bump this. I need to do the Daily Crow. I love having it in my life. But probably going to take a little bit of a hiatus. So I'm sorry for those who may be bummed out. I'm sorry for our callers that call in every single day that, you know, you may have to find a way to entertain yourself in a different way from noon to 2 for a couple of weeks. But really, guys, it just comes back to in June, there's just nothing going on. There's just nothing going on. It's just extremely slow. It's the slowest time of the year. So, yeah, that'll probably be the schedule moving forward. Also on the Wednesday podcast, I'm very excited. It's preseason magazine season. We'll be talking about the preseason magazines all throughout the month of June as well. I've got the Lindy's magazine sitting right in front of me. I have not dove into that yet, but very excited to do so here shortly. Also, you know, Phil Steele's magazine will come out. Athlon will come out. So there's still things to discuss, but June is by far the slowest month of the year. But either way, we're still getting after it. We're still rocking with content. We're still counting down until kickoff and very excited to do that. But either way, guys, we are taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377 here on this Monday, this Memorial Day. And again, guys, I really do appreciate y'all tuning in. I know it's a holiday. I'm sure many folks who normally tune into this show are out on a boat or at the beach or doing something, and maybe I'm crazy for not doing so. But I thought, you know what? We're here. We went to the beach over the weekend. It was a lot of fun on Saturday. Might head out to the pool after this. So might get myself a pool day in, but I figured, you know what? Why not do it? We're here rock and rolling, taking your questions, comments, and especially after the weekend it was with Mark Kingston. Especially the weekend it was with Mark Kingston. Felt like we need to take your questions. Coastal Carolina has gotten to the postseason. They will probably be the one team from the state of South Carolina that will be playing postseason baseball. So congratulations to Coastal. Everybody else will be sitting at home. So Rod Lorick, question, which preseason football magazine do you prefer? Great question, my guy. Pick Six Previews. Brett Ciancia. My guy, Brett Ciancia of Pick Six Previews, man, does an incredible job. Listen, they're all great in their own right. I love what Phil Steele does. I've grown up on Phil Steele and Athlon and, you know, Lindy's as well. My guy, Brett Ciancia, like I said, I met him 2 or 3 years ago. And what he does with Pick Six Previews is incredible. So they're all awesome in their own way. I like them all. Listen, the more the merrier when it comes to content and you know, when it comes to you know, just getting ready for football. I love them all. I love them all, truly, sincerely. My guy Lance, what's going on, Lance? I know you're killing some lattes on this Memorial Day. I know you are. I know you are, Lance. I know you are, my guy. Let's see. Is it 2022 May Madness Sevens, Phil? Is that what it is? Let's see. I'm gonna cast it to the TV in here, Phil. I'm gonna cast it to the TV. I got it right now. I downloaded it. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it right now. Let's see. Yeah, there's Vatek and Air Force. Phil is saying that it's in 2 minutes, but I'm seeing that there's 14 minutes left in the Virginia Tech Air Force game. So how is that, Phil? How is that possible? Oh, and I see the Clemson flag. I'll be damned. Where is this at, Phil? How about the rugby boys on the tube in the studio, eh? Thank God. Phil, honestly, if it wasn't for Phil, I would have had no idea this was going on. So shout out to our guy, Phil. Shout out to our guy, Phil, for sure. How about it? Huh. Gamecocks fan 67. What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in, guys. Like I said, I've sort of said my piece and given my 2 cents on the Mark Kingston return. If you guys really want me to go into it, I will. But listen, I'm not. When it comes to Mark Kingston, I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. I honestly figured and knew with the incompetencies behind closed doors at USC, the board of trustees and Ray Tanner and everything else swirling around the athletics department, I did not think that South Carolina would pull the trigger on another buyout. But it's just disappointing. As we sit here watching the selection show for college baseball, this is a day we should be celebrating. This is a day we should look forward to each and every single year. And for many years, we did. For many years, we did. Right? Looking forward to who's coming to Columbia. Who are we playing in our regional? And so to be sitting here with absolutely no hope. Heck, our players are already off playing for their summer teams. No hope at all. It's just a sad state of affairs. It's just a sad, pathetic, pitiful state of affairs. And Mark Kingston returns. The level of apathy, the lack of excitement, that's the saddest fucking thing, honestly. That's the saddest part. Is knowing how down people are going to be on baseball going into 2023. And we might have a good season. Who knows? But the excitement level will be at an all-time low. The lowest we've seen in decades. Literally decades. That's not an over-exaggeration. Literally decades. So I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked that Mark Kingston's returning, but I am very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. It's just a shame, dude. It's just a flat-out shame. There's Carolina and Clemson running on the field. The old rugby. How about it? How about it? The rivalry extends to rugby. Phil, did they not already play this year? Did we not already beat them? I thought we already played them. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, Clemson's wearing purple and it looks blue. Like, honestly, it looks blue. Interesting. Anyways, Brennan M., the board is completely incompetent. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, for sure. Yeah, it is. Cody Gaskins, do you think Kentucky makes the tournament? From what I've seen, no. They made a hell of a run, though, man. It'd be hard for me to keep them out. Yeah, it goes deeper than Ray Tanner, but unfortunately, he's a part of it. And you guys probably saw my content of the weekend about Ray, and I just wish he'd step down, man. To be honest, I just wish he'd step down. I'm sitting here watching the rugby game, man. Old Carolina Clemson in rugby. How about this? Anyways, guys, we are taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Like I said, I appreciate y'all tuning in here in the Daily Crow when you guys could literally be doing anything. Could be doing anything else. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Obviously on this holiday. So I want to say thank you. Travie, what's about rugby? What do our rugby unis look like? All white with the block C in the middle. Pretty fresh. I like them. Pretty fresh. So let's jump to the phone lines here.
Call from
Robbie Davis, a.k.a. Kirk Herbstreit.
Robbie, what's going on? How are you? You singing a little tune, my guy?
No, I was just waiting on you to answer.
Well, here I
By
am,
the
my
way,
friend.
you
What's
look
up?
you look a little orange. You get sunburnt yesterday? I told you not to get sunburnt.
Robbie, that's called a tan, my friend.
Oh, okay. My eyesight's horrible, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's called a tan, my guy. I am not burnt. I am
Okay.
tan. I can confirm. I would tell you if I was sunburned.
Okay. It would
Robbie
be
Robbie
obvious
Davis
if you
coming
were
from my
sunburnt,
neck off the jump. Robbie Davis coming from my neck off the jump. You'd fit in well on
though.
Twitter,
All in
Robbie.
love, all in love. You know, all in love, nothing but love over here, nothing but love. You know it. But honestly, since Kingston is coming back this year, I'm quite positive that Ray Tanner and anyone else that's a bigwig at the university basically told him, this coming season, this is your make or break season. We don't make the postseason, you're gone. End of story.
You're talking about for next
Because,
year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he is coming back, right?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's back.
So I truly think that's what was said. That's what I would say. But look, you make the postseason, or your ass is grass and you're out of here.
Mhm.
Okay? Because like I said several months ago, the standard is the standard. The standard is making it to a super regional or hosting a super regional. But let's just be honest with ourselves. Hosting a super regional is a lot more fun because then you don't have to travel. Everybody else has to travel. Okay. And getting to Omaha is the standard. And to be honest, I don't. Players can say that. I'm talking about Carolina players here, okay? But players could say, "Oh, he's a great coach." Where's the proof? Where is the proof? You want proof of what a great coach is? Go to the stadium and there's a number 1 on the left field wall, okay? Plus 2 national titles in a case at Founders Park. That is proof of a great coach right there. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's right.
And before I forget, shout out to Carolina Rugby, okay? Shout out to Phil Harris, my guy Phil Harris. I wouldn't have known either that they was playing if he hadn't said anything, okay? I wouldn't know. But I don't care if it's rugby, freaking beach volleyball, to hell with Clemson. Bunch of losers. I don't give a flying monkey fart. I don't care. But anywho, back to the original question. I just, will I still watch games and listen to baseball games next season? Yes, I will. Hoping and praying we somehow make it to the postseason. But if we have a season like we had this season, it ain't going to happen. And also, you can dress up and spray cologne on a pile of shit, but a pile of shit is still a pile of shit. Okay?
You know Robbie's mad when he starts cussing. You know he's mad.
Oh yeah, and honestly I don't cuss that much, but you can tell when I'm pissed, I started cussing, okay? And I'm sorry, okay, but it's the truth. You can dress up a pile of shit, you can spray cologne on a pile of shit, but it's still a pile of shit. I wouldn't be surprised if we had the season like we had this past season if for some reason they pulled the trigger early and get rid of him. But I don't think that'll happen. I think they'll let him finish out the season, see where it goes, and then if we don't make the postseason, we'll be looking for a new head man in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I would personally, Robbie, set the minimum expectations. I think if you don't make a super regional, I think you should be fired. I don't even care if you're in the if because I tell you, if you don't make the supers, even if you host a regional, and if you host and you don't win your own regional, that's damn near as bad as never hosting and going on the road. I mean, really it is. So
honestly, if we host a regional and we don't win the regional, I'd rather us not even go to the postseason, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion, and like I've said 1,000 times, and I'll say it again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, okay? And like you told me before, I know I got haters, but you know what? I don't care, okay? I do not care. Because them haters, they don't know me. I don't know them. Never judge a book by its cover. And to the people that don't like me, I'm still praying for you, just so you know. And I'm to the point now. I'm ready for fall to get here. Like now, I wish we could just skip the summer and go right to fall and just get the football season. Okay.
Robbie, I got to be honest with you. I couldn't disagree more, my friend. I don't want to skip summer. I love summer. I love summer.
Well, I mean, I love summer too, but
no, I'm good. I'm good on that.
It gets hot.
No, I'm good on that, my friend. I'll take the 100 degrees for 2 or 3 months and rock with it at the pool and chill. Yeah. And hey, listen, football season, I love it. It's chaos, it's pure chaos. So I'm looking forward to kicking it for a little bit. So.
Yeah, and also I think you deserve a couple of weeks off because you've been going on gas and no breaks for the last couple of months.
Jesus, I just cringed hearing that fucking take. Jesus Christ! All right, Muschamp. All right, Muschamp. What Robbie? What are you curious? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do for a week or two without the Daily Crow? What do you think you'll do?
Well, the second on June the 12th, I'm going to help out with that camp that I told you about last year. So for a week, you won't be hearing from me at all.
Wow.
So I'm going to help out with that. I'll be there from Sunday afternoon up until Friday morning. So I'll be helping out with that. And I'll have a busy week because the football game against South Carolina State, because I plan on taking my cousin to that game. Because ever since I told him I'd take him to a game, that's all he talks about every time I go over there and see him. And then I also found out that there's a men's conference at a church that the pastor that's there, he has a men's conference during football season. And it is the weekend of the Kentucky game. So I'll take my cousin, I'll go to my Aunt Kim's house and my dad's house the weekend of the game. Stay at their house all week and then go up to Myrtle Beach with my uncle the following weekend. So for at least a week, I'll be bouncing all over the place.
Gotcha.
From October.
I got you. Yeah, I just things are going to slow down a lot, so I figure we give a little break on the old TDC for a week or two. But who knows? I'm addicted to it, so we'll probably, knowing me, I'll take 2 days off. And be like, I hate this. So
I wasn't trying to make you cringe. I was just trying to make you like.
No, Robbie, I was giving you hell just because the all gas no brakes thing. I'm just messing with you today, man. Just keeping it lighthearted. I'm just trying to keep myself from crying watching the college baseball selection show. knowing we're not in it.
Yeah.
Thank God. I will say this though. Thank God for the SEC Unfiltered stuff. I'm excited to just have a reason to watch
Yeah.
college baseball and look forward to it. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Anyways, so
But and don't forget now, if you come to Orangeburg and come to Duke, your food's on me, bro. I'll make sure of it.
I got you, my friend. I'll see what I can do about getting there. So,
But yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna make me some lunch and chill for the next several hours till my dad gets here.
I got you.
I think the plan is we're gonna go somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yeah, y'all gonna have a little Memorial Day.
He wants to go to Monk's Corner to some. I can't remember the name of the bar, but there's some bar he wants to go to. So I was like, If
How
he's
far?
willing-
How
he's
far
willing
is
to go,
Monk's
I'll go
Corner
with him.
from y'all?
Mm,
It's got to be a
it
hike,
depends on how
right?
bad traffic.
No.
About 45 minutes.
I see.
Not far. Not as far as like Columbia. Columbia's 53 minutes from here,
Gotcha.
or 53 miles, or no, 53 minutes from here. But
Gotcha.
yeah. If you decide now, remember I told you now they're open. The barbecue place is open on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Mhm.
So whichever one of them days, on whichever date works for you, just hit me up and let me know, and then we'll take it from there.
I got you, man.
So, all right, man. Have a great rest of your day. To heck with the Clemson rugby team. Y'all can. I hope y'all lose. Bunch of losers. Bunch of cow milking, chicken farming losers. That's exactly what y'all are. Chicken farmers, cow farmers. If we need milk, we'll call you. But besides that, to heck with you. You're shaking your head at me, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. I love it.
Oh boy.
I love it.
And also you're forgiven for I forgive you for picking on me, but just so you know, like I've told you before, if I don't pick at you, I don't love you.
That's it.
All right, man. Have a good one, okay?
Robbie, I appreciate you, my guy. Have a very happy and safe Memorial Day.
Same to you. All right, bye-bye.
Take care, brother. Great stuff from Robbie Davis as always. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. We are here taking your questions, your comments, and your calls. I see Cody Branch saying that LSU made it in. Auburn did too. My friend, Auburn is hosting, so they're most certainly in. Yeah, Carolina beating Clemson right now 26-12. If I knew how rugby scoring worked, I would tell you that was a big lead or not, but I have no idea, honestly. Let's see. John Edward Kruger says, obviously, LSU and Auburn deserve to be in. Yeah, obviously. I mean, again, Auburn is hosting. So, Auburn is hosting. Yeah, Tigers had a good season. Tigers had a really, really good season, both of them. I thought LSU had a good season, too. So, yeah, hey, Phil, what number's Gavin? What number's Gavin? Let's see. Anyways, guys, like I told you, going into June, things are going to be sort of interesting with content. Podcast is rocking as normal. With the Daily Crow, this live show, I think we are going to take like a week or two hiatus. Like I told you guys, like I'm so bad about it. I'll say that. You know, I'll say that, and then, 2 days, 3 days will go by, and I'm like, man, I really don't like this. Let me go back to how it was. So the beauty is I have the ability to change my mind, but I do think in the month of June, taking a week or two off, I think will make a lot of sense. I just don't think coming on here when there's nothing to discuss and there's nothing to dive into. But either way, you guys keep the yucks coming, and we'll get after it. Auburn is Florida State in the Auburn Regional. Dude, I can't wait, bro. This weekend's going to be an SEC Unfiltered overload, bro. I'm actually going to be out of town, though. So, to give you guys sort of a life update, Travis Wofford did not make it. So we won, right, Phil? We won. Did we not win? Is that it? That's how quickly those games go, Phil. That game took like 15 minutes. That game took that was insane. That game literally took like 15 minutes. That's crazy. I did not. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I was trying to play it on TV. Woo, that scared me. Okay, there we go. The college baseball selection show. We got that back on the tube. I didn't realize the games were so quick. Either way, though, guys, I've been talking to you a lot about my personal life and what's going down and all that, and the upcoming decision where we will be taking HQ, where we'll be taking the business, the show, everything else. And I'm still looking. Nothing is concrete. But this weekend, I will actually be heading up to Greenville. Sorry about that, James. I apologize. Dude, listen, it scared my heart's racing too. It scared me a little bit. I'll be heading up to Greenville this weekend, man. I'm looking at spots in Columbia, looking at spots in Greenville in the upstate. I'm looking at spots in Charlotte, looking in spots. I've looked in Aiken a little bit, looked around Charleston a little bit. So might have to drop my top five locations. But, I would say this. Nothing's a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that I leave, but it's also not a guarantee that I stay in Columbia. So this weekend, I will actually be on the road in Greenville, checking out some spots, checking out some places. And I will let you guys know where we're going to be. And I would just tell you this, though. If we do leave Columbia, just in a hypothetical world, it's not gonna affect business. It's really not. I don't even think, listen, I'm so confident even to say this, I don't think you guys would even notice. Like, I really don't. I don't think you guys would even notice. I don't think it would affect you guys at all. The only thing that would change, we probably would not do Tin Roof anymore. Although I think we'd probably do something else. I think we'd do it from a different venue, different location. With a new location comes new opportunity. So there's that. But the only thing that would change would be that. And I just wouldn't go to every single basketball and baseball game. Outside of that, everything else would proceed as normal in regards to content, the Daily Crow, everything. And the tailgate. By the way. The tailgate as well. Very excited to announce, guys, on that note. I will be dropping the video right after the Daily Crow, but I'm excited to announce, we're back. We're back at Seawells. We're running it back at Seawells for the TSUS tailgates all season long. We'll be back at Seawells. Spots 93 to 96, right where you found us last year. The TSUS flag will be flying high. Going to be a ton of fun, man. So, again, I'm very excited to announce that. Again, I'll be pushing the video. We'll be posting the video right after TDC to officially announce to the masses. But if you're tuned into the Daily Crow, you get the news early. We're back. Cannot wait to run it back at Seawells, man. Going to be a really, really good time. Guys, with that being said, we're going to jump into our first break, but I want to continue to hear from you. More of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, what's up, guys? We're back taking your questions, your comments, and your calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I just posted this on social media, but, listen, it was obviously expected, right? But the Yardcocks officially have missed the postseason. The bracket is out for the road to Omaha. And I'll tell you this, just because it was expected doesn't make it any easier to stomach. It honestly pisses me off. It really does. It's just, again, I'm really excited to be talking college baseball for this SEC Unfiltered entity. And hey, maybe you guys will be interested in listening to me talk college baseball that's not South Carolina, but it's just such a shame, dude. It's just such a shame. I mean, it's just such a shame. Carolina baseball sitting at home. It's just unreal, dude. It's just unreal. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And anybody who tries to condone it as okay is shouldn't be trusted. So Arkansas headed to Stillwater. That's a tough draw for Arkansas. Clemson also missed the postseason. Dude, but I'll tell you this, though. Baseball in the state of South Carolina, what is everybody doing? Get your shit together. Carolina stinks. Clemson stinks. By the way, College of Charleston not getting in, complete bullshit. Complete bullshit because they're in a one-bid league. But Coastal sneaks in. I mean, here's the thing, though. Coastal Carolina, Wofford, and College of Charleston, at this point, are far, far better programs than Carolina and Clemson. So, the big boys in the state, I hate Clemson. We all hate Clemson, but it's pathetic, dude. It's sad. It's just flat out pathetic. Both of them. Both of them are terrible. Both of them are terrible. Anyways, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Gamecocks fan 67 says, who's winning the NBA Finals? Gamecocks fan 67, I got to be honest with you. I literally couldn't care less. I haven't listened, dude. I haven't watched a single NBA playoff game. Just I'm not a huge basketball guy, and I'm certainly not an NBA guy. Brendan M says, at least North Greenville is in the D2 College World Series. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I guess if that moves the needle for you, I guess congratulations. I don't know. I'm happy for Landon Powell, but I don't really, does nothing for me. Brendan says that Tennessee gets the easiest path. I don't think their path is. I think Tech and Campbell are two good teams. I think Tech and Campbell are two very good teams. Now, they're matched up with Georgia Southern, but I mean, they're the number one overall seed. They earned that right. So, they went 53-7. They earned everything they've gotten. Trust me. So, but anyways, guys, I went in, and today will really be the last day I talk baseball for Carolina on the South Carolina side. And I know many of you are just so ready for it to be over. Just any sort of baseball talk, right? Any sort of baseball talk. And that's fine, and I don't blame you. But I wanted to run the postseason awards show today. And obviously with the news of Mark Kingston on Friday night, we had to discuss that. But, yeah, just and how about, by the way, that team that South Carolina opened up with, UNCG, made the postseason, hit 311, second in the SoCon, hit 311. That was a pretty damn good team. That was a pretty damn good team right there. So, but it's just a shame. It's just a shame, and it's sickening. It's sickening that Carolina's sitting at home. It's sickening. The state of the program. It's all just sickening, bro. It makes me just want to throw up. It makes me want to throw up. Anyways, guys, I turned the question to this and I posed the question to you because Mark Kingston's back. Mark Kingston's back, right? The question now turns to, what must Mark Kingston do? What are the minimum expectations for this upcoming season for Mark Kingston to return in 2024? Personally, me, I think you've at minimum, got to get to a super regional. Because anything short of that, think of this, anything short of that, obviously if you miss the postseason, it's over. Obviously, if you miss the postseason, it's over. Okay? If you have to travel for the regionals and you lose, that's not good enough. For me, I'm just talking from my perspective. That's not good enough. If you host a regional and you don't win your own regional, that's not good enough. If you go to a super, I'm not even saying you got to host. If you go to a super regional, I can live with that. I could say, you know what? But I think how you win's important. Because here's the thing, guys, I told you, like, with all being said of what I think of Kingston and how bad this team was, it wouldn't shock me at all to see this group bounce back and make the postseason next year. That wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. But what's got to change is, you even look back to 2021. This feel that it's smoke and mirrors. Like, you're not really that good. South Carolina baseball under Ray Tanner was really fucking good. We were better than everybody. We had the studs. We had future big leaguers. We had draft guys all over the field. So when you talk minimum expectations for next year, even if you get to a super regional, it's like if you felt like you backed your way in or you rode like an insane pitching staff, but you were still 12th, 13th, or 14th in hitting, that's not good enough for me. That's not good enough. Like, it's got to be like a complete 180 from what we've seen. The way you win matters. It can't be smoke and mirrors. It cannot be smoke and mirrors. It's got to get back to, or at least close to back to, the Carolina baseball that we know and love. Carolina baseball used to be intimidating. People didn't want to play us. It was like playing Tennessee this year. But that was every single year for us. We weren't looked at on people's schedule as we're going to take that series. No, you knew it was going to be a battle. You knew we were going to give you hell, no matter what. So I think next year too, man, like you talk, what are minimum expectations? Is it regionals? Is it supers? Is it Omaha? Dude, I mean, even if you get to the supers, if you back your way in and you look shitty doing it, you still can't hit, I think you still got to make the change because you're not getting rid of the problem. You're not getting rid of the problem if you continue to condone dog shit hitting like we've seen. Because you can use every excuse in the book about the pitching staff. Cool. Pitching will be better next year. But we can't hit for shit. We can't hit. We can't hit for shit. That's the problem. That is the problem. Let's see. Tennessee or the field is what they're asking. Tennessee, I'd probably go the field just because baseball's crazy. How often is it a team just goes wire to wire and it's just as simple as number one wins it all? Although I was a complete idiot and picked Tennessee not to win the SEC tournament. Sure enough, they just rolled through that thing. So, whatever. Maybe it is that simple. Maybe the Vols just really are. It's their year. Flat out, it's just their year. So. Zesto's Cups on the broadcast here. Oh, man. Happy Memorial Day indeed. Thank you so much, Tony Sharp, tuning in. Ernest Harrison says, make it to the College World Series. He should have been fired this year in 2020. Therefore, he has been given a second chance. Indeed. Tony Sharp says, ribs and chicken are on the smoker. Love to hear that. Counter Titan, do you think Tanner's hand is tied by the Board of Trustees? I think it's just incompetencies all across the board. I think that that might have something to do with it. Yeah. The incompetencies of the Board of Trustees, man, and everything behind the scenes, I think is playing a major part. Yeah. Yep. It's just a complete shit show in Cola, man. Scavenger 843 says, will Carolina Ale House let you do shows, or will it have to be a smaller venue? Scavenger, if you're talking like a weekly show, I think they probably would. We're going to do a TSUS tour, I think, in the month of July. Still working out the details on that. Also, of course, we're doing the watch parties this fall. We're running it back at Carolina Ale House all across the state doing watch parties. So I'm assuming you're asking like if I didn't do Tin Roof anymore. I bet Carolina Ale House would allow me to do so. We already do so much with them, though. I kind of would want to, like if I did, let's just say hypothetically, let's say I moved to a Charleston or even a Charlotte or a Greenville, it doesn't matter the city. I would definitely try to find a place similar to a Tin Roof and do a live show there. I can't say for certain it would work out because it makes so much sense in Cola, but we'll see. The joy is in the journey, man. Michael Johnson, will our new LED lights glow like Georgia's? I would imagine so. Gamecocks fan 67, it's like we're doing the same thing as we did with Will Muschamp. I see a lot of that, Gamecocks fan. It's Kingston feels a lot like Muschamp on the baseball side. He does. He really does. And I didn't expect to be. I'll tell you this, what's crazy is, before the season started, I thought we were going to have a good year. I really did. Gun to head, and I think that, Kingston was the guy probably to get us back to a national championship. Probably not. But I thought if nothing else, we'd play good baseball. But, it just sucks. I mean, I didn't want to have to be the Fire Kingston guy, guys. I didn't want to be sitting here talking about this. What I wish I was talking about right now. Hey, we're getting ready for a regional this weekend in Columbia. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was hoping for. Michael Johnson, will the Georgia State game be a sellout? No. That is such an easy answer. No, dude. We didn't sell out week 1, game 1 for Shane Beamer's first game in Columbia. So. I think it'll be a great crowd. Don't get me wrong. I think Georgia State will be a great crowd. Will it be a sellout? No. Michael Johnson, I just think, too, one of the reasons, it's not even like an indictment on Carolina fans. I almost think sellouts, they're just a thing of the past, man. They just, if we start 2-0, Georgia will be a sellout, right? But There are just so many reasons, honestly, Michael. There's so many reasons to not go to a game. When it comes to streaming, you can be at home in the air conditioning with your own food, your own drink. You can watch other games. And hey, oh, by the way, everything's going up. Everything's more expensive. Inflation, gas, tickets, everything, right? There are so many reasons to not go. There's so many reasons to not go. You know, and I'm not trying to obviously deter anyone from going or anything like that. I mean, obviously go. I want to see the stadium packed out, sold out, all that good stuff. But no, I don't think Georgia State's a sellout. I don't think so. I don't think so. We got a text here. Let's see. Hey, brother, just with all the talks about regionals being released, do you have an idea of what big names for Carolina baseball will probably be back next year? Sanders, Hall, Seitler, Madden, etc. Yeah, Will Sanders will lead our rotation. I think Noah Hall will return. I think a lot of it will depend on where he's drafted. Wimmer's gone. Belk is gone. I think Madden will come back. I think, from what I've heard, Seitler's going to come back. I think so. So we'll have some big dudes. I mean, the biggest question, again, though, will be the hitting and what you have to replace in your lineup. You lose Andrew Eister. You lose Braylon Wimmer. You lose Brant Belk. I mean, you're losing some of your top sticks. You know what I mean? So I don't know what there is to say. I don't know what indication there is that Carolina is going to all of a sudden be a top half of the league hitting team next year after losing those guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, anyways, guys. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Love to hear from you here on this Monday. We're today. Brian Dean says Stetson Bennett's not an elite quarterback. You could have had Chris Smelly as QB on that team and still won it all. You know, I'm not saying Stetson. I'm not saying Stetson is. I'm not saying Stetson's terrible, but yeah, elite game manager. Elite game manager. Brian Dean says 99 more days till kickoff. Brian, that is incorrect, sir. 96 more days until kickoff. 96 more days. Don't be adding days like that to me, Brian. Come on now, dog. It's already long enough. It's already long enough. Brian Dean says Rattler will be the best quarterback in the SEC this year. Okay. I like it. I hope so. Michael Johnson, will you be at the Georgia State game? Yes. Again, Michael, in case you missed it, we are throwing the TSUS tailgates from Seawells. We're running it back at Seawells. So I will be there. I'm sort of still figuring out what game day this fall is going to look like for me. Because while it may sound blasphemous to some of you, I am strongly considering not going into the games. I will be at every single tailgate, obviously, but as much as I love going in, and I'm not saying I won't still go into some. And again, I understand I'm saying this, and the people, you guys hearing me on the other end, 99.9% of folks are just not going to comprehend what I'm saying or why I'm saying it. But when it comes to what I'm trying to accomplish on game day, what I'm trying to accomplish over the course of a football game, right? And I've told people this. If there's one sport that I wish I had season tickets to or would want season tickets to or want to watch in person the most, it's baseball. Because I feel like being there, being in the flow of the game, I like that. Football is the one sport I want to watch on TV because, again, when you're in the stadium, you miss so much of it. I mean, you miss so much of the game. When you're watching on TV, you've got statistics, you've got replay, all that jazz. And so, what is my number one goal on game day? Right? What is my number one goal? My number one goal is to create content and to push tons and tons and tons and tons of content. I mean, you look at like last year during the Florida game, my phone died at halftime. That cannot happen. That cannot be happening. So whether it be at the tailgate or having an HQ, whether it's my house if I'm still living in Columbia or it's somewhere else, to sit down and watch the game. So I'm sort of kind of figuring out how game day is going to go for me. I'm still sort of figuring that out. And again, if that's blasphemous to you all, I'm sorry. But I can tell you this. I can tell you this. Like, I'll be in the building for Georgia, 1,000%. I'll be in there for Georgia. I'll probably be in there for like an A&M, probably Tennessee. I'll probably go in for those three. But like Charlotte, SC State, I mean, no offense, even Georgia State, you know what I mean? Like Mizzou, so I just the level at which I can create content is so much astronomically higher when I'm like in the studio watching the game. Flat out. So, and I think even maybe, I don't know if this would make any sense, but I don't know, man, maybe partnering with, we could do it with Carolina Ale House, but maybe, and dude, maybe partnering with a spot locally to watch the game at. Dude, we could even do like, I'm thinking about even bringing back like live stream watch alongs. I think that'd be dope. I think live stream watch alongs for football would be dope. I'm already planning at Carolina Ale House bringing back pregame and postgame shows. I just think that makes too much sense. You know, last year I said it was overkill, and it was to a degree. I understand it was overkill, but it's just low hanging fruit. People love it. We enjoy it. Giving those last minute thoughts and everything, and those immediate reactions after the games. So, Tony Sharp says TSUS golf cart rolling podcast with a flat screen on top and of course a cooler. Well, does anybody want to buy the golf cart, Tony? I'll take donations. Hey, the Spurs Up Show at gmail.com is our PayPal. The Spurs Up Show at Venmo. I mean, anybody want to help buy a golf cart? I'd be more than happy to ride around in it, but them things ain't free, nor are they cheap. I'm just saying, my guy. Hey, I'll gladly. Should I start a GoFundMe for a golf cart, or for the T-Sus bus? Should I start a GoFundMe? I mean, we're seeking investors. We're seeking investors, my guy. Anybody who wants to throw in on that, cheers to you. And I'll slap your name on it. I'll slap your name on it. I'd be happy to slap your name on it. So, Cody Branch says, I hope you're at the Tennessee game. The game should be more competitive if the SC offensive line takes a step forward. Yeah, I actually think that'll be a good game. I think it'll be a better game this year for sure. So, our friends over at collegefootballnews.com are going through They are going through their season predictions and all that good stuff. They are at Kentucky right now. So South Carolina should be coming by the end of the week. Let's see. How do they have Kentucky faring this season? Let's see. They're setting Kentucky's regular season win total at 8. So they've got Kentucky going 8-4, 9-3. It's crazy. It's honestly like crazy how over the past 7, 8, 9 years, decade or so, how Kentucky and South Carolina have flipped. They flipped. They've absolutely mother effing flipped. They flipped. Wow. Guys, also, let me just throw this out there. Proud to announce we have partnered up once again with our friends over at SeatGeek. So if you need tickets to anything, doesn't matter if it's sports, concerts, any sort of events, if it has tickets you can buy, you can get them through SeatGeek. Go download the SeatGeek app or go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code SPURSUP for $20 off your first purchase on any purchase over $50 or more. Again, who couldn't use $20 in their pocket? You know what I mean? So if you need tickets, promo code SPURSUP, get $20 off. You'll be supporting TSUS and supporting the business. Go do that today if you need tickets. SeatGeek.com or download the app. Promo code SPURSUP, SPURSUP, to save $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more. Really, really good stuff. And again, I'm really excited to have SeatGeek back on as a partner. The more, the merrier, of course, guys. Also, hey, I would say this. If you know of anyone, I'll go ahead and just throw this out there. Why not? If you know of anyone, small business owner, any sort of business that you think there could be a valuable partnership with TSUS, if you think that, you know, it's someone or there's someone out there you know of that we could provide value to them, right? Help their business, please let me know. Please reach out, thespursupshow@gmail.com. Reach out to us via DM. We are going to be loading up because you know, as we get closer to football season, sponsors and partners, they're going to jump on, right? Because we are going to reach the peak season. If there's anybody out there you know of, man, hey, would love to partner up with some small businesses. Would love to help some small businesses. And obviously it helps TSUS and helps the business grow. So y'all let me know. Anyways, guys, we're still taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3372. Chris Miller says, I don't think it's blasphemous that you wouldn't be in the stadium for every home game. That makes sense. You can make great content, keep those fans that can't make it to the game informed. Yeah, Chris, again, I mean, listen, you just break it down to what's my number one goal on game day. And it's to make content. It's to make great content, you know? And so, because I'll be, dude, and Chris, I'll be honest with you. And I'm not saying this to like, oh, look at me, you know, I'm not saying this any type of way, but it's really turned into like when I go to the football games, I mean, just even like the spring game, I don't hardly even watch the game because I'm interacting with people the entire game, which again is awesome. But I can do all that at the tailgate. And then, because I don't know about y'all. I don't know how y'all feel. Some people are different. Like, I kind of like to be in a zone watching the games. You know what I mean? Like I kind of, if I'm going to really sit down and watch it, I want to really be sitting down and watching it. You know what I mean? I do. I don't hate watching games alone. I actually kind of look forward to it sometimes. Like with baseball even. Like I like Carolina's on the road, just sitting in the studio and watching the game. Getting to just sit down and watch the game, you know? So Mike L says, do you think Clemson will win the ACC this year? Depends on their offense. Depends on their quarterback. So. Let's see. So the bracket, where is the bracket? Is there like a, is there a pick'em? Ooh, here's the bracket. That thing's pretty too. Let's see. I appreciate, dude. I want to say this, man. I appreciate y'all so much, dude. The fact that we got folks in here today. It's Memorial Day. Y'all could be doing anything else, and you might be doing something else. But the fact you're tuned in, man, I just thank you, man. Thank you so much. I just this is why I go live, because I know you guys are out there and supporting, rocking with us. It just means the absolute world to me, and I'm so grateful for it. I really am. I want y'all to know that I'm so grateful for it. I don't take it for granted. You know, it's so easy to get caught up and everything going on, things going 1,000 miles an hour, but to stop and appreciate, you know what I mean? So thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. It's great to chat with you here on this Memorial Day. Hopefully you're also, and let's, by the way, let me say this before we go into this next break. Let's remember the reason for this day, to honor those who have fallen, to honor those who have served this country, to honor those who sacrificed everything to allow us the freedoms that we have on a daily basis that we take for granted. So for anybody out there who has relatives of veterans, or anybody tell them thank you, or show appreciation today. Just remember the reason for the day. Remember it, man. Happy Memorial Day to you all. Guys, we are going to jump into a quick break, but I want to continue to hear from you. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377 here on this Monday, Memorial Day. Appreciate you all tuning in. James Kendall says Kingston versus the field for Slapdick 2023. 2023. James, it hadn't happened yet, but certainly this year, oh, he's the Slapdick of the year. I mean, literally, we did our postseason award show, and Slapdick of the season was Mark Kingston. So, Slapdick of the season was Mark Kingston. Luke RJ, appreciate you tuning in. And on that note of Mark Kingston being a Slapdick, I didn't really make a big deal of this last week, but you know what bothered me? You know what bothered me more than anything after the Gamecocks lost to Florida? In Kingston's postgame, some years everything goes your way and some years everything goes against you. And this year everything went against us. But it doesn't. But it doesn't here. It doesn't. And to be trying to use any excuse, I don't care what it is, any excuse for going below 500. Mark, you didn't just have a bad year. You had a nightmare of a season. You made history in a very poor way. Going below 500 for just the fourth time in damn near the last 60 years. Like, to say that, oh, well, just everything went against us and we just had a bad year where everything went wrong. To be condoning that. To not be saying this year was unacceptable for us. This year, it can't be tolerated. This year, the way we played and our record cannot be condoned. For him to almost be trying to speak on it as if there's any excuse for it is maybe the most damning thing of all. It's the most concerning thing. To sit there and act like, oh, well, bad years happen. But they don't here, bro. They don't. A bad year is traveling to a regional. It's not going below I can't even say it hardly. Going below 500. No, Mark, that shit doesn't happen here. Maybe at South Florida it did. Maybe at Illinois State it did. It doesn't happen here, Mark. And no matter what you try to say or do or try to brainwash people, you're not going to lower my expectations. You're not going to make me forget what the real Carolina baseball is. Like, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Like, if you want to convince people that, oh, just getting to the postseason's a success, fuck you. Like, it's not. It's not. Take that shit back down to South Florida. Take that shit back to Illinois State. It's not good enough here. And anybody on that staff that thinks that, and anybody in that locker room that thinks that, shouldn't be here. Flat out should not be here. Getting to the regionals, bro, that is like we roll out of bed and get to the regionals. That's what we do. It's not some success. Nobody should be patting you on the back because you did the bare minimum. Like, you shouldn't get a trophy or an award or a clap, good job because you did the bare minimum. And to pretend like that's some accomplishment, like, get out of here, bro. Like, to think there's any excuse in the world for going below 500. Get out of here. I don't give a damn how many injuries you had. I don't care. You went below 500. Don't make excuses. Nobody wants to hear them. Nobody wants to hear the excuses. Nobody. Nobody wants to hear them. Flat out. Like, that was something I think last week that got sort of swept under the rug. Nobody really talked about, but like that disgusted me what he said. That disgusted me what he said in the postgame. Disgusted me. Like, bro, it does, like, there's no excuse. None. There's no excuse for going below 500 here. And I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. But apparently Mark Kingston thinks there is. Apparently Mark Kingston thinks it's so. Somebody mentioned Muschamp earlier. You know, I've talked about this on the football side, how like the Muschamp era is like a forgotten era in the history of Gamecocks football, and I think it will be. Like, I think 50 years from now, we're going to look at that little pocket where Muschamp was coach and be like, what were we thinking? We're going to laugh it off. Like, what? We were so crazy. We were so ridiculous. We were so foolish. That's how the Kingston era is going to be remembered. It is. We're going to look at the Kingston era and just think, what were we doing? What were we thinking, allowing this slapdick to run our baseball program into the ground? What were we doing? What were we doing? And it's a damn shame, too, that you know what? You want to just say I'm a slapdick who talks too much on social media? Fine. You don't have to like me. Fine. I don't need you to like me. Cool. But what about all the former players, man? What about all the guys that played for Kingston? What about all the guys that wore the garnet and black? What about all the guys that won them championships? What about all their opinions? Do they matter? Because I know they hear them. I know Ray Tanner's hearing them. I know people behind closed doors are hearing them. What about them? What about the baseball people that really know? Anybody defending Kingston at this point, bro, you're just as much, if not more, a slapdick than he is. So. Luke RJ says, I agree, but in your opinion, what is Kingston supposed to say? What would have been better? Great question, Luke RJ. So Mark Kingston postgame said, again, you know, some years everything goes your way and some years it doesn't. And this year everything just went against us. Luke RJ, instead of saying that, how about just taking accountability for it and saying, you know what, we were not good enough this year. We finished below 500, which is unacceptable at the University of South Carolina. And we got to do everything in our power this offseason, next year in the preseason, and in the season to make sure that never happens again. How about some shit like that, Luke? How about some shit taking some real accountability, saying, like, really identifying how bad of a season it was? You know, we had injuries. We had things that happened that affected us. But at Carolina, it's win anyway. There is no excuse. How about that? How about Luke RJ just saying, you know what? We dealt with a lot this year. We dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of things that put us behind the eight ball. But simply put, we didn't do enough. We didn't do enough to win ball games. We didn't do enough to overcome those injuries. And at South Carolina, we understand what the standard is. We understand the expectation, and it doesn't matter whether you have a bunch of injuries or not. We didn't meet those standards and expectations, and obviously that's reflected in our record. How about Luke RJ says some shit like that? How about it? Instead of making fucking excuses. Like, I don't give a damn about your excuses. We all know about the injuries. We all know they happened, bro. They all happened like the first month of the season. And Brandon Kuhn, not to be a dick, but that's not actually correct. 15 and 15 SEC teams have been left out. They've made it 73% of the time. So I don't think we'd have been in. Even with 2 more SEC wins, I don't think we'd have been in. I would guarantee you we wouldn't have been in. We could have went 16 and 14, and I damn near guarantee you we wouldn't have made it. I don't think 3 more wins would have gotten us in the postseason. Like, we were just that bad in the midweek. We were that bad. We were that bad all the other games. So, again, Luke RJ, that's what I wanted to hear. Like, make it seem like you actually give a damn you just finished below 500. Make it seem like you actually understand the gravity and how unacceptable that is. You know what I mean? Like, just pretend. Just try. Just lie to me. Pretend like you give a shit. Pretend like you give a shit. That's all I'm asking. I know he's trying to protect himself and save face and this excuse. It's just Muschamp all over again. It's just Muschamp all over again. Except in football, not winning flies. What not winning is condoned because we don't have history and tradition. It is not condoned with baseball. It's not. It's not. And again, those Gamecock fans out there that say, well, you know, it's just Carolina, bro. We just, we lose here and there and we just lose and we'll keep showing up because we're fucking stupid. Like, no, bro, we don't do that in baseball. We win. Every year we win. We don't lose in baseball. That's the difference. And I apologize what I just said, but I'm just pissed. I'm just pissed. It's irritating. It's irritating as hell to watch the freaking selection show and just the final nail, like, boom, you're not in. And we knew we weren't in, but it's frustrating, bro. And you know what? Damn it, we'll just, hey, you know what? Ray Tanner and company, they you know what? Hey, Carolina fans, they're just going to keep showing up. They're loyal to a fault. They're going to keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. Doesn't matter. We'll just bring them back. No pressure to win. Man, bump that, dude. Bump that. I'll tell you this. If I move away from Columbia and I can't go to every single baseball game, I won't even feel mad about it. I won't even feel bad about it. Why should I? Dude, everybody's won, dude. Everybody, David Warren pointing out Bobby Richardson, June's reign. Bro, everybody's won, bro. Everybody has won. 4 below 500 seasons since 1964. That's almost 60 years. That is a very long time. Let's jump to the phone lines.
Call from
Rebecca.
Rebecca, fire away.
We got a Tennessee fan in the on YouTube.
I know, Rebecca. I've seen him the entire show. He's actually tuned in before. So, what do you want me to do about it, Rebecca? I can't stop him from commenting. What do you want me to do about it?
My question is, why is he tuned in?
Well, Rebecca, I think he'd have to answer that. I don't know. I take it as a compliment, though. The content is entertaining enough for even the rival fan bases to tune in and get some value out of it, I guess. So.
I was wondering. I thought I'd say my piece.
Your piece with who? And what?
No, Cody Branch.
Okay. Is that it?
I just wanted to say something to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cody Branch. I'm calling you out.
Right.
I want to let you know that we don't give two shits about Tennessee balls. Okay? And I really could, I don't even give a damn about them.
Well, Rebecca, I'll tell you, I don't know if you've heard my piece on Tennessee and my overall thoughts on them, but, I'm starting this new entity, or not starting, I have started it. This new SEC Unfiltered entity, talking the entire conference, talking the entire SEC. And I will tell you, to Tennessee fans' credit, they are and were a huge inspiration to getting that off the ground. I have to say that when I went up there for the Carolina-Tennessee baseball series, I had a fantastic experience. Those Tennessee guys treated me as well as I could have expected, if not better. I would say even better than I could have ever expected. And I got to be honest with you, and Dalton will hate this. You will hate this. I got a little bit of a soft spot for Tennessee. I don't like them on the field. I don't like them on the field, but I got no issues with their fans. I really don't. I had a pleasant experience in Knoxville. I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to go back to Knoxville. I thought it was a blast. So hate me if you want. I'll kiss your ass if I must, but you know what? I don't mind the Tennessee guys. I really don't.
You don't have to say that. I mean.
Oh, I understand. I'm just throwing that out there.
You should have enjoyed that you got to meet me.
I did. I did also enjoy that as well. Of course I enjoyed that.
That's all I'm on here. I just thought I'd just give him hell for the fun out of it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and do it in the comments, too. You got to go back and forth with Cody. Got to give Cody some help. We got a Tennessee fan that tunes in. We got a Georgia fan that tunes in. We've even had a girl that's a Texas fan that called in. I love it. I love it. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah, I just thought I'd just give him hell for the fun of it.
Indeed. Indeed.
Where's Cody Branch from? What part of Tennessee?
Cody, if you'd like to chime in, Cody, where are you from, my guy? Rebecca, what you doing for Memorial Day? Anything?
We're gonna have a grill out. My mom's here. After a while, I'm gonna go pick up my friends, and we're gonna pick up my friends, and we're gonna swim in the swimming pool.
Okay. Love to hear that.
That's what we got planned on doing. Hamburgers, hot dogs. I don't know what all we're getting.
Love that.
So
Cody said he's from East Tennessee, just about 30 minutes east of Knoxville.
Where at?
I'm about to say, aren't you also East Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm in East Tennessee.
God dang, man. Rebecca, East Tennessee, represent. Cody, what city specifically?
I'm in McMinn County.
And where?
McMinn County.
McMahon County.
Where Athens and Etowah is. He should know where that's at.
I'm waiting on Cody to comment back. Waiting on Cody to comment back.
He should know where it's at. It's not too far from Knoxville or not too far.
He said he's from Jefferson County, but he knows where you're talking about. So.
I ain't too far from Knoxville or Chattanooga.
God damn, you and Cody might have crossed paths. God damn. Holy shit.
I would love to come down there for that football game.
You should do it
this year.
Get
you
a caravan.
Save my money.
Get you a caravan. Well, you got 6 months to do it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Where are you gonna be sitting at?
I have no idea, Rebecca. I don't, believe it or not, I don't buy season tickets. I get tickets by the game. And I may not even be in the stadium, but we will be at Seawells. So you're more than welcome to come out to Seawells. You're more than welcome to come to the tailgate.
Because I would love to come out and stuff like that. Your Memorial Day doing good?
My Memorial Day's doing fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, I need to let y'all know something.
What's up?
Alright, my cousin out in South Carolina, in Aiken, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm going to read this to everybody what she said. You know, I talk about my great uncle all the time and my great aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they was going through the stuff, and I'll read you this little letter that they sent me. It says, "Hi, Rebecca. Lee and I found these old decals in some of Dad's things and thought you might want them. They are vintage." Then it says, "Love, Felicia, Antonia, and Lee." And these are old decals that you wouldn't think that they found in his stuff. And they sent it to me all the way from Aiken, South Carolina.
Wow, that's cool.
So, I got them. I'll send you a picture of them on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Let you see this, because I got them hanging up.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely send them over.
Yeah, you know what I did when they sent me that stuff?
What?
I actually cried over it,
Wow.
because that meant a whole lot to me.
That's awesome, Rebecca.
So, alright, all the listeners here, what do y'all think about that? That my cousin sent them stickers to me
Rebecca.
out of my great uncle's stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the listeners react. That's a cool thing. That's a cool story. That's a cool story. Rebecca, we're going to jump into a break. I appreciate you calling in, though. We got one last break to get in before we close out the show.
All right, but I wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. I know we'll talk all week.
Yep.
So, all right. Take care, Rebecca. Great stuff. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790. Bro, I'll tell you this, by the way, side note, bro, the real estate or just places to live in Columbia. Listen, you're a landlord in Cola, you're PSA, or just my message to all the landlords in Columbia. You're a landlord in Columbia. I don't blame you for doing this. I don't blame you for doing this. But as someone that is living solo, that's not living with 2, 3, 4 roommates, whatever, like, bro, these people out here charging, I mean, real estate in Columbia be like 2-bed, 1-bath spot, $1,500 a month. And the place is like 70 years old. 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, $2,200 a month. Like, bro, like, I get it. I get it, because basically what the school of thought is in Columbia is charging $650 to $700 per bedroom. Like, I understand it. Like, you're going to take advantage of college kids. Cool. But it's absurd, dude. Like, everything in Columbia, 98% of it is either really old, really expensive or it's a combination of the two. Like, I mean, good on you. Good on you for getting your money, but it is absurd, some of it. On that note, guys, let's jump into our final break, but I want to continue to hear from you, more of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Final 10 minutes or so here on the Daily Crow. We are taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Brandon Kuhn, happy early birthday. Also, happy early birthday to Panic Ritter, who says his birthday is June the 1st. Brendan M. in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discord says, Chris, your struggles with rent and COLA is making me really grateful that I somehow got on campus housing for 4 years. Yeah, Brendan, the places in COLA just, people ask me like, Chris, how could you leave Columbia, man? How could you leave Columbia? And I'm like, well, Phil's calling. Let's see what Phil's got
Phil
to say.
Harris.
Phil, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Pretty good. I wanted to call back in and say, just so happy for Carolina rugby to beat your arch rival on that stage to advance to the Shield final, which is, winning a trophy at Nationals is a huge deal. Carolina has done this previously. They actually beat Clemson in the final, and I think it was 2016. I was at that game. It just brings, a lot of attention to the program, especially beating your arch rivals. I'm so happy for those guys. So proud of them as a board member and also former player. Super excited for them to have the opportunity to play Air Force here coming up, I believe, at 4:27 Eastern time on the Rugby Network. If they win that game, they get their hands on a trophy called the Shield, which is it's just huge. I'm just so proud of them.
Yeah, dude, that was incredible. I didn't realize the games went so fast.
Yeah, so this is what's called sevens. It's
Right.
normally like a summer version of rugby. It's 7-on-7 for 7-minute halves.
Right.
So it lasts for about 14 minutes in total. So, in rugby, it's a huge pitch. It's larger than a football field, and then 7 guys on 7. There's a lot of opportunities to exploit space, and a lot of those guys are super fast. So it's a really fast-paced game. It is in the Olympics, by the way. Rugby sevens is for the past 2 Olympics. Yeah, it's an Olympic sport. These guys playing collegiate rugby, most of them are not on scholarship or anything like that. It's just really cool to see these guys excelling. And it's not a coincidence, by the way, this all has to do with Coach John Roberts being hired at the university, multi-time national champion, coming from Furman, now at home where he played at Carolina. So just super happy for the boys, and hopefully we'll get this win against Air Force and get our hands on some hardware.
Dude, for sure, man. For sure. Hey, like I said, it's good to see all of the sports winning. Club sports are kind of carrying us right now. So love to see it.
True. Yeah. Make sure everybody tunes in. You can download the Rugby Network for free on a smartphone or smart TV. Just search for the Rugby Network and watch the game at 4:30-ish Eastern time. It'll be on there. So, go Cox.
Go Cox. I appreciate it, Phil. I was just going to say, I can attest. I downloaded it in like 2 seconds and was streaming it live on the TV in the studio. So I appreciate Phil letting me know because I didn't even know about that. But no. So anyways, back to what I was saying, though, people ask me like, Chris, how could you ever consider leaving Columbia? And I'm like, dude, I'm not really like itching to leave. Like, I mean, I'm my number one focus is finding like HQ. That my number one thought when I'm touring these places is, can I see myself operating out of here, operating the business out of here? Because my house is a place of work, guys. I go nonstop 24/7. I'm not throwing house parties. I'm not hosting people on a consistent basis. I'm operating out of here. So that's my thought process. Is like, can I see myself operating at optimal capacity from this place? Like, dude, I toured a place in Columbia yesterday. Bro, it was like a dungeon. Like, straight, like, it didn't look that way on the listing online, but I toured it and they wanted $1,000 a month for it. And I'm just like, bro, who would live here? Who would live here? So, yeah, man, I just, yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm not like dying to get out of COLA, but the spots in Columbia are just iffy. They're iffy. I mean, and you know what? Hey, listen, if I'll say this, if you're in a spot where you're paying $1,500 a month by yourself, kudos. I don't want to do that shit. Kudos to you, my friend. Luke RJ, I like it if Kingston were to say something like you said for the press conference, and that would show that he's a good coach. I'm not saying that even say he was a good coach, but like that's what he should say, right? Like, I mean, take accountability, like at least make me feel like you understand that what we did this season is just not acceptable. It's just not. Like, I shouldn't have to say that. And Luke RJ, by the way, just a quick reminder to you, my friend. I know you DM'd me this over the weekend. The beauty is always in the banter, my guy. It's always in the banter. Beauty is always in the banter. Never forget that. Justin texts in, Tennessee baseball has gotten better. They won the SEC tournament title. Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, Justin, I watched it. I watched it, my guy. I watched it. Yeah, so I indeed watched it. Anyways, guys, just a couple of minutes to go. Quick reminder, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 655. My full thoughts, reaction to Mark Kingston's return. Also, our postseason awards show for Carolina baseball. Beginning on Wednesday, we'll really start and dive into our top 5 series, just ranking a bunch of different things. Really just peak off-season content. That's what it's going to be over the next month or so. And we'll just kind of, as if there's news that drops, recruiting, whatever, we'll talk about that. Also, I saw, let's see, Brandon Kuhn. Do you ever look at the preseason magazines, Chris? Funny you should ask, my guy. Funny you should ask, because I'm bringing this bad boy to the pool with me today. So, going to be looking at Lindy's Sports, and I will give my full thoughts and reactions to what Lindy's has to say about South Carolina on the Wednesday podcast. We'll do that. So, yeah, listen, I love preseason magazine season. I love walking in the grocery store or Walmart or wherever and seeing the magazines. Athlon, I think, is set to drop like June 7th. So we'll talk about what Athlon's got to say when that happens. My boy Pick Six Previews, Brett Ciancia, he'll be dropping his magazine. Phil Steele's going to drop his. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. When it's over the summer, we just love all the content we can get. We love all the football chatter we can get, right? So, again, 96 days until kickoff. And, yeah, I cannot wait. To dive into that later today. So, yep, 9 of the 14 teams in the SEC made the postseason. Texas A&M, Vandy, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, Florida, Auburn, Arkansas, and Ole Miss. So what, 3? Yeah, 3 teams from the West made it. No, excuse me, 4. Vandy, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. So kind of surprised Kentucky didn't get in. I'm a little surprised Kentucky didn't make it. Luke RJ. Luke, trust me, Luke RJ. I'm doing my due diligence, my guy. I'm looking all around, not just downtown, looking all around Cola. And like I said, I will say it again. The rental market in Columbia is suspect. That's putting it kindly. It's suspect. The places are either really old, really expensive, or a combination of both. So, I don't know. We'll see. What's meant to be will happen, and I'm continuing to look and all that good stuff. But, hey, I'll keep you guys updated where we're going to be. Joy is in the journey, like I said. So, it's going to be interesting. But we got time. I'm just trying to get out ahead of it and, like I said, continue to look at places. So, guys, again, thank you all so much for tuning in, sincerely. I mean, I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in on this Memorial Day when you guys could be doing anything else. Appreciate you all, your love and support. Again, check out the podcast that dropped this morning. Daily Crow all week long. Podcast all week long. SEC Unfiltered Tuesday, Thursday this week, and moving forward as well. That'll be the schedule. So very excited, guys. A lot of things happening. Content bleeding out the eyeballs. Folks, have a happy and safe Memorial Day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will talk to you all